Will Taliban be like IS here and pushing us over running population centers? No. The Taliban have lost politically. What they have is lethal power and the power to unleash terror, but they do not have acceptance in the society. Plus, the Afghan power structure, with all its shortcomings and flaws, has been an inclusive system. You do not find a particular constituency being excluded or marginalized or totally rejected. So therefore,
as Sunnis have been in Iraq.
As Sunnis have been in Iraq. So the political context for the Taliban to mobilize the society for their cause, in support of their cause, is not there.
But the Taliban are winning, aren't they, at the moment? I mean, the city of Kunduz seems to be very much threatened.
It depends how we define winning. If winning is defined as killing more people, they can kill more people. As you rightly said, they are killing more people in Kunduz, they are killing more people around Kabul. But you do not find a single community in the country saying, we are now with Taliban. That's not happening. You are not seeing defections to the Taliban. You are not seeing people raising the Taliban flags and saying we are fed up with the democratic system in Afghanistan. You do not see people showing disgust with the constitutional arrangement that we have. So they are not winning, but you are absolutely right, they still have the power to unleash horror and terror and terrify the population and kill.
When you look across the entire region, it's clear that just in the last couple of months, something's happened, hasn't it? I mean, there's a new ferocity about the Islamic challenge in Iraq and Syria. Is this kind of greater ferocity starting to show itself in Afghanistan as well?
Yes, but unlike Iraq and Syria, this type of very, very harsh and brutal actions by bloodthirsty groups have not demoralized us. The more they kill us and the civilians, we become united as a nation against them. We are not fragmenting. Whereas you see in Iraq or in Syria, when they show brutality and when they massacre the communities, they create fragmentation. When, a demoralized part of the society surrender to them. I have never witnessed in this country more of a pan-Afghan support for soldiers than today.
Do you worry that ISIS, that the Islamic State might start to move into Afghanistan?
Am I worried? Absolutely. I am worried because these groups unleash terror and make us abnormal. We are not a normal society. Our mornings start with bombings, with brutalities, with bad news. So I am worried. But do people like me, do we lose hope? No, because hopelessness is not an option. Either you stand against them, create a space for dignified life, or you die a dignified death. In between, there is nothing else. In between, if there was third option, where is it? Surrender is not an option to the agenda of these small groups, but they set the agenda. They make the news.
There are reports, for instance, that Hezb Islami, one of the most extreme groups inside Afghanistan, is starting to link up with ISIS, with the Islamic State.
I hope they do. I truly hope that.
I hope they do.
Yeah, because again, whatever little space they have for maneuver will be finished.
But are there signs that it's happening?
No, I'm not seeing signs of it happening.
Is Afghanistan starting to fall apart?
No, we seem sort of falling apart, but we will not fall apart because we have never relied on institutions to remain a country. So therefore, you are right, institutions are fragile. They are shaking these days. They are not functioning properly. But what type of message we as politicians give to the Afghan people? We say we are Afghans. And it is, our message is message of Pan-Afghanism. Regardless of our differences, we do not exploit subnationalism. We do not exploit provincialism. We give national message. And that is what keeps the country together. It's not economy which keeps the country together. Investment is zero. So we are in deep financial crisis. But financial crisis in our history has not pushed us as a nation to the cliff. No. We will survive.
Even though your enemy is becoming much more extreme.
Exactly. We are facing that danger, but look at the history. Those who are hopeful of governing, they do not massacre the population. When insurgents, terrorists, or groups who fight for some reason, when they go to the extreme of massacring the population, it's end of them.
But that's what you're facing, isn't
We
it?
are facing, but we are not losing. You are right. We are facing it, but we are not losing to them. You know, every single day we have flak-wrapped coffins flying to our homes. But attend those funerals. People say, he is gone, but I am here. We are not losing morale or hope, but we are suffering. You are right.
And it's getting worse.
And it is, at some places, it is, you are right, getting worse because they have become very, very brutal, very brutal. Undefined brutality. Undefined brutality.